glad to see all the new faces here and all the old faces too.
Yeah.
So, who am I and what I'm here for? And what are you guys here for? Okay, let me explain. So, my name is Raymond Chan, and I'm a family physician working in the York region, Richmond Hill and area for last 20, 50 years, 30 years, not 50 years. So, and why I'm here, right? So, I understand like you probably have got friends coming asking you to come by, and your friends are saying that, oh, why don't you come by here? And it's great because you have some great products to here, and so and that's why you're here, right? So everyone come here for a special reason, and I hope that you can find the answer today. May not be today, but if you really have some questions, you can ask us, ask me, and actually ask Stevie and one of the friends that he brings you here to find out the answers. Now, I'm here to share with you about the healthcare product. Now, first of all, why do I have to take healthcare product? What's the reason? Anybody can give me an answer?
Healthy.
Well, healthy, right? Okay, that's the obvious reason. Now, why don't you just go to see a doctor? No? You cannot see it. He's too busy, right? He or she is too busy. We cannot book appointment. No family doctor. That's take a new patient, something like that, right? So, well, in the old Oriental saying, there's three type of doctors. Let me tell you. So, actually, they say it's the upper, the middle, and the lowest doctors.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with that. There's something wrong with the doctors itself, which is the way they categorize doctors in the past. The lowest doctors, actually, the lowest level, they say, is to treat a disease.
Yes.
So when you're sick, you're cold, and you go to see a doctor, give you medicine, and they get well. Okay, so this is what they categorize it. Say, okay, this is the lowest class. The middle class actually give you treat your person, meaning it give you say you got a high cholesterol, so you have blood pressure. They tell you, okay, why don't you change your lifestyle? You stop your smoking and you take less salty food, and blood pressures, and then eat less fatty stuff. And this is what we call the middle class doctor. They treat your environment, right? So whatever you're facing at the present time, they tell you to change, to modify your life, and you get better.
Yes.
Great,
Yes.
no problem, right? But the upper class, the best doctors they say are those that actually treat the unforeseen, meaning those that happen in the future. Now, say if you pump somebody smoking and cough and eating a lot of fatty junk food, eventually you know that he's going to get some problem, right? So, but it's not happening now. Doesn't mean it's not going to happen. Genetically, someone has to turn out to have genes in breast cancer, like Angelina Jolie in the States, right?
Yes.
So she doesn't have it. Her mother and grandmother has it. That's why go and get like both sides of the breast taken out. So is that a good practice? Well, can Woody comment on that? Because some people actually, there was a lady actually a few years prior to her got the same procedures done, and everybody sort of cursing her, saying, no, it's not good at all. When Angelina came in, she did it, everybody praised her, because she's celebrities. That's basically it. Okay. So what they say is that the best way to treat a person is to treat the unforeseeable. Those never happen. And this is the reason why here. Now we know that nowadays the food that you buy in the grocery store is you don't know what you're getting. Well, you may say, well, I know, right? Some of that's organic, some more expensive. You go to Longo's, one of those more high level, no pesticides, kind of thing like that, no genetically mutated fruit or food that you buy. Okay, those are better food, right? It's more expensive, right? It's worth the butt to pay because I don't want to get cancer later on. But the thing is, unfortunately, when you go outside to eat, there's no way we can tell. Right? We'll agree, right? So, I mean, pollution, people smoking cigarettes, or now smoking vapor, it's called vaporized, those
Yes,
electronic
yes.
cigarettes, and marijuana is used sometimes, right? You don't know what you're getting. People smoking next to you, marijuana can make your mind get problems, right? Okay. So it's not just a like secondhand smoke, it does make people's mind problem. That's why the government want to stop that from teenagers taking it. So this is the reason why we cannot change the environment, and this is the reason why we have to protect ourselves.
Yes.
That's the only way which me and my wife is an esthetician, she works in a clinic, like health practitioners to advise people on taking nutritions. That we can come to a conclusion there's nothing else you can do. The only thing you can do is to strengthen your body. But lo and behold, so many of them, right? You heard about all the products around the world. There's so many. So what? How good are they? Many of them are good. I won't say they're bad. Many of them good. Some of them are bad quality. Some most of them are good. But the thing is, if you can find something which is affordable, the price-wise it's reasonable, and you can afford it, you can take it long term, and it's good quality. Hey, why not going for it? And this is what this company comes in. Now, Hemohim. Everybody know what Hemohim is, right? Everybody taking it?
Yes.
Yes, all who knows who's new here may not be, but here this is the reason why. Let me see. Is it working or? Oh, sorry. Oh, the other one. Sorry, my mistakes. Here we go. Now, hemoglobin. Everybody knows, right?
Yes.
That's blood, right? That's a life of human. So without this, nobody is going to survive, right? So this is what it is. And what is heme? Immunomodulation basically is an up boost, boosting up your immune system. Everybody know what immune system is, right? The one that fights against all these little nasty germs inside body. And also it actually balances your body. This is the reason why they make it is called, it's like, I would say fine tuning. It's like you're tuning on the radio. You want to be exact. Digitalized, you got to be exact. Where is it? Not just, there used to be the old one. So what does it do? It makes blood and wake up your immune system. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, is it worth to take it? Yes, it is. So what is baked off? Free stuff inside the free plants that is selected. The Korean hospital selected to be used to make into something called Hemohim. First is Angelica or Dangui in the Old Chinese, which has been using it for thousands of years.
Yes.
Chansong rhizoma and lingulistum. This is another plant being used in the Orient. Peony, nice flower, right?
Yes.
The root of peony has been selected. Now, how do they select this? The hospital actually selected many different combinations of herbal plants, and they finally found out that when they mix up this free plant, they get the maximum amount of boost in the immune system. And this is the reason why they choose these three to be the main ingredients of Hemohim. Let's go straight into that. Angelica. The old Chinese saying that it's called female ginseng. So it's a very popular and very useful for treating female problems for thousands of years in the Orient. There have now been more than 70 ingredients inside the Angelica been discovered. Ferulic acid is just one of the two main things. I just point out two main things. So it found mostly in natural brand, fruits like oranges, apples, you see all of them. But what does it do? It's an extremely powerful antioxidant. Anybody know what antioxidant is?
Yes.
Okay, just like that. Now in healthy healthy body, you have two little happy face and you got the little things right there. Those are called electrons. Now in free radicals, nowadays because of the pollution, smoking, junk food, French fries. You know that French fries is the worst food in the world, right? That's what they found. Like, so yeah, I'm not saying that is. I know that. Everybody in restaurant business here, right? So, drinking wine, alcohol too much. I mean, not just moderate. But really abusing it. Pesticides, arsenic, right? In Asia, they use it a lot. Those are pretty bad stuff. How to wash it out? I mean, there's stuff now you can take other supplements can wash it out, but these are the main thing that's called free radical. And what does free radical do? It steals the little good electrons from your healthy body, and without that, your cells will die, and you start age. That's why we human aging is. But with this free radical coming into play, you age faster. So there are more diseases will come up. Well, but when we say, hey, hold a minute, doctor, people live longer now. Why? Because people live longer because of advances in medicine. Because people with more medications better, like they know that's how you can live longer. but doesn't mean that we are disease or pain-free. We get more problems. Right? I mean, obviously, you expect as a person to get sick when we get old, but if you have something really serious or something that's a lot of these illnesses, then you don't want it. I have people actually have 10 different illnesses, 20 medications. Oh, come on, it's true. I mean, that's right. It's real life, and people couple cancers and stuff like that. So nowadays, this is important to be aware that we're living in an environment that is really bad in a way. So antioxidants are actually those little happy campers that give you back those missing thing in your body. It's called electrons, and that make you actually more happy and back and better. Actually, restore you back to the original state that you should be. Okay, now what is further acid helpful? It's because it's antioxidant. It makes you less it reverse actually sun damage, so you don't have wrinkles that quickly, right? Control your cholesterol, lower your blood pressure, have the blood sugars, and menopause and ladies, and menstrual problem I explained later on. And more important, actually increase exercise performance, protect against dementias, brain degenerative disease, which is something very common now, very hard to tackle with because so many. It spend a lot of money, like $4,000 a month in the nursing home, and protect against cancer. Now the other thing is called Z's. I won't tell the name yet. This particular stuff here inside the angelica helps the blood to be thin. So you know how people, when you cut yourself, you got bleeding and you stop. Why do you stop? Because you got platelets, right? You know, but everyone knows platelets is, right? It's a substance secreted from your bone marrow that helps you to clot the stick together, and the blood will stop bleeding. So, but because of the we have to count cholesterol, stuff like that, all the arteries are blocked up, and that's why people get stroke and heart attack. I'll explain later on. And also, it suppresses something inflammation caused by macrophages. So it's a white cells inside the body. Now, white cell is a good thing because you need white cell to kill those germs, right? But unfortunately, in human being and actually in all living things, well, I would say more living things, mostly just animals, right? When you have something, when you had a battle inside, say imagine something is going battle right now in the Middle East, right? After the battle, what happened? You get all these corpses, dead bodies, like shells and tank, like all the garbage is left behind. And this is the reason why when we have constant fighting inside the body, it's called inflammation. The body creates all this junk left over inside the body. And this stuff, do you think is good? Actually, it's not good. It's going to damage our own body. And in fact, actually, majority of the illness that we have nowadays is because of this. Not because the germs, because of the reaction, the body send out the armies to fight off those germs. And after the battle, they're left behind, they don't know how to deal with it. These stuff damage your own body. And this is why all these autoimmune disease happen, like your lupus and rheumatoid is part of it. They also discover now the inflammation can be related somehow to cancer inducing. So if you can get rid of the inflammation, and so basically minimize the battle that we have, great. So how do you do it? Boost up the white cell, you have more armies swarming those germs, they'll kill it immediately before the germs get spread so much, creating such a big war zone. So the more inflammation you have, the more leftover stuff you have, and the more mess you have to clean up. And that's in turn and more damage to the body in the future. This is the whole rationale. I make it clear, right? This is an analogy, right? Very easy to understand. So this is just showing the macrophages eating those bacteria, those rod bacteria, bacilli in its medical term. And it digests it, there's enzymes and sort of excrete it out. All right, okay, all right. Nice pictures for sure. Now the other thing is called prostaglandin. It's just a stuff inside the body when you sprain your muscle, you sprain your shoulders, and also during when you have menses, young ladies have a lot of menstrual pain. It's one of the reasons why you got prostaglandin is painful, cramping, period cramp. So like this, like when you have to sprain your muscle. So this kind of thing is also Hemohim actually works on it, right? So it helps to control. One other thing, I'm not going to medical, a lot of stuff inside detail, but it's called tumor necrosis factors. What is that? So it's basically they've found that this particular thing, TNF, in found to related to all these kind of illnesses in the body, ranging all the way from autoimmune disease like eczema actually is an allergy, right? So that's autoimmune disease. Rheumatoid, psoriasis, and all this heart disease, brain problem, dementia, Alzheimer's, Parkinson, osteoporosis, cancer, liver problem, lung problem, right? So basically anything you can imagine, right? You don't have to go in details, but just anything related to the immune system, which is basically all human is made of, right? It's a balance, check and balance of the human immune system that make you well or make you not well. Right? So the other thing is called transome rhizoma. The second item they incorporate into the Hemohim is everybody's okay, right? Following what I'm saying, right? Okay. If it's no problem, you can ask. I explain later on after the. Yeah. So I make it simple as we can. So what it does is it opens your blood vessels. Okay. So when you have a clogged blood vessel and the blood goes very sluggish through the blood. So as we all know that if you're able to open your blood vessels, you get healthy. You also feed the blood and drop the blood pressure. How do you drop? Because you open your blood vessels. Now, simple way to do open your blood vessel is to exercise. You exercise, and all the capillaries, the ending thing in your fingers, nose, and the body will open up. That's why people exercise have less chance of heart attack. The main vessels in your body got blocked with cholesterol and smoking. But when you exercise, and all the small vessels will open, so during a heart attack, you will be able to give up enough blood, supply blood to the rest of the muscle. This is the reason why people have to exercise, right? Good. So it helps to speed up the bone fractures. If you break the bones, it helps speed up. It's against bacteria and it decreases allergy. We're gonna have some live testimony about people who actually have allergies like eczemas and razor allergy. Actually taking with him, the allergies is gone. Great, right? Okay, so nowadays, North American diet typical, they use so much cholesterol, and so when the red blood trying to get through this little lumen here, this little road, it just cannot get through. That's why I got heart attack. Okay, important thing to drop the blood pressure for this transome rhizoma, heart attack and stroke. Okay, so anybody know what stroke is, right? Yeah, so heart attack to the brain, basically. Helps the bone to speed up healing. And this just a white cell eating those little green germs right here, okay? Could be a virus, could be bacteria, or could be parasite, right? So, allergies, very common enough in Canada, right? Everybody have this, and nowadays there's a flu bloom. This year is kind of late because it's the weather's cold, but you know that, like, the third thing they have is root. Basically, is peony root. Nice flower. We all see it nowadays. I know in Canada there's a plant and there's a wooden type peony. It's very nice. Actually, I like it. But what they find is that the roots of it contain extremely powerful in useful in health. It helps the pain, thin the blood, extremely strong antioxidant, the one that makes you young, and also decreases the allergies. For pain, migraine, everybody migraine? Quite a lot actually, it's a genetics, right? So yeah. And nerve pain, if you say you have shingles, I've seen shingles or painful for a year after shingles. Wow, okay, good that we have needles coming out now for anybody above 65 years old. But still, it's one of those things that you don't want to get if you can avoid it. So neurodegenerative disease. Dementia is getting very common, very popular because of the aging population we have. So Hemohim does help. Now this has posed a lot of financial burden on the government. Because as you know, the working force is getting diminishing, and the elderly, the aging population is so many. So to support all these old, like elderly, is difficult for the young people. So this is one of the reasons why we can prevent it. That's nice, if or delay or something, right? So lower the blood pressures and clear the arteries. Help the blood to thin so it can go through the arteries. it cannot it cannot clean up the junk here. Hemohim doesn't do that, right? But if your blood is thinner, it can go through it easily. They don't stick together that much, right? So, stomach problem. Everybody has stomach problem? I do. Right? Okay, it's so common. Everybody has it. You ever heard about these little germs called Helicobacter pylori? Stomach germs? Yeah, you probably went to the doctor. Right? Those who actually see a doctor say, okay, you got these germs, I'll give you this triple antibiotic for a week, something to kill it off. Do I need a doctor? Yes, you do. Old days, these germs been found to cause stomach ulcer, but nowadays actually been found related to cancer more now. So it's not just I don't have a problem, doctor, so I don't need it. I mean, actually, it's not true. Okay, so it's a good idea to take it. So anyway, Hemohim is found to help to lessen the chance of getting this germ stuck into your stomach. Okay, and hepatitis, liver problem. Have you heard about, right? Hepatitis B and C. Like B is mostly in Orient. Incidentally, the CEO of this company, Atomy, is actually Hep B. I was told. He was actually as a dying bat. He was dying actually, and then he got everything settled down. When he got a call from a hospital, and Doctor So and So, we have some experimental stuff. You want to try, Mr. Park? Okay, nothing to lose, right? Because you're already almost dying. He's almost dead already. So he tried it, and this is this thing, Hemohim. Within a month, he got off the sick bed. And within a few years became a CEO. He's still living. Last time when I saw him in the, yeah, it's great, right? So
yes, he looks great.
yeah, it looks good, right? So can imagine he was almost at the edge of going away. When he saw him, I met him last time, 4 or 5 years ago, right? So, Stevie? 2 years ago, I don't remember. So he was taking 6-pack a day right in front of us. Well, he was jet lagged, right? So we actually have clients telling me that if Hemohim doesn't got jet lag. Wow. Okay, okay. Or people get sick, the grandkids got sick, I don't get sick anymore, kind of thing like that. Allergies, mostly allergies. And actually those are real life people telling me, not just saying on the internet, right? So just weird when people make up stories on the internet, right? So, okay, so hepatitis C been also been helpful. It's curable now. Hepatitis C, you know that. Hepatitis C, you have to spend a lot of money paying it, but it's curable. Hep B basically controllable with the medicine. The advance of HIV medicine, the triple cocktail, right? Some state. Anyway, so good stuff. So Hemohim does work. So blood sugar problem, we have people here. Actually, you can tell you actually with the Hemohim it control the sugar. We have clients who can avoid getting needles because of Hemohim. Kind of scary, right? You get the needles. It's not nothing. You got on 3 more medications, okay, it's fine, right? So, but then you go for needles, and you just stuck your tummy, and you're risking your body, the muscle getting achy, and you got scarring tissue developing in your tummy. So people kind of avoid if you can, right? So if you can avoid that, no, it's not bad. It's a bonus, right? So you don't have to carry this thing around when you go abroad, right? So osteoporosis. Almost all ladies have it, right? Okay. With the more calcium we take, it gets better. You can do more heavy lifting, do some exercise that really carry, like workout. They will help to minimize it. But Oriental, we do tend to have that because our body stature is kind of smaller than the ethnic groups here. So something that can help. You don't want to be like that. You shot it. That's not good, right? So, all right, menstrual cramp. As I said earlier, which medicine actually what was the purple medicine that works well for this thing? Dark right? So, okay, the first one, yeah, Angelica Sinellis. So this is the one that actually been designed, and actually I have people telling me it works really well, right? So they try all this medication. The doctor doesn't want to do he's too young to take out the uterus, kind of like that. So this is something that can help. Arthritis, everybody has it. What is this thing? Gout. Okay, so gout is from uric acid, eating too much meat, red meat, seafood, or drinking too much wine can do it. Not everybody has it, but some people do have it. When you get to a certain level, it goes to your toes. It's very painful. Sometimes go to the ankle. It hurts, right? So Hemohim does help in the state. Autoimmune diseases. This is lupus, the one with the butterfly rash on the body, on the face, on the cheek area. So lupus is a common thing actually in Asia, like mostly Oriental ladies. But nowadays we can see more and more commonly. I think it's one of the diseases that's been under discovered. People don't know, they don't check for it. But now as people are more aware, you go on the internet, I see this phrase, I got a rash doctor, what should I do? And you go on the internet, okay, do I have lupus? So people more aware of illnesses because we emigrated all the way to Canada. North American in general, people here is more educated. So people know they're more health conscious, and now we're catching up, which is good. Right? We want to be healthy. That's what we're here for. That's what you're here for, right? So autoimmune disease is getting common, and it causes a lot of problems. And it clogs the veins, not the arteries. So we have actually cases with lupus, very bad lupus, almost dead, and they took the Hemohim, they're doing well. Depression, mood disorder is getting common.
Yes.
And people think, oh, my old granny is getting dementia now. Because actually, it's not. She's not happy. So depression actually is the big pretender, I would say, a great pretender of dementia, actually, what they found, elderly. So maybe grandma just not happy. She wanted you to bring her up, something like that, right? So, because you call it 10 times a day, right? It's difficult, right? So I know this. Okay, why do we put this thing at home? Okay, so depression, Hemohim can actually help. It helps you to sleep better. So it does help, right? So. Now this is bladder cancer. So we were talking about earlier with one of the new friends here. Cancer cells, it just look like that. Okay, it doesn't look. I haven't seen it in real life. This is electron microscope, and the microscope and do a computer animation for that. So now let's go to some studies. Don't worry, it's only a few slides. You don't have to read all these things. So this is done in human life in Korea. Okay, so you're saying, oh, this thing doesn't work on human. Yeah, it does. So what they found is something called natural killer cells, which is this thing here. These are one of the white cells remember this is cancer, the red one? The natural killer cell, this under electron microscope, they see how it's trying to grab onto it and kill it. So natural killer cells is one of the important human white cells. So, and is it safe? According to the study in Korea, actually it's very safe. It's safe for the kidney and the liver. It's important because you always worry about side effects. Is it a drug? It doesn't categorize as a drug, but still you can think of a drug. This is a drug, honestly, from the Orient. But now, because when it came into Canada, they were exported as a herbal remedies, right? Because it's not falling under the Health Canada, the regulations, not like FDA. It's not like that. So it's got a natural product number, but it's been already confirmed in many different countries. When you listen to other lectures, that is very safe. In Japan, actually, it's considered like a semi-chemo, so you can actually not easy to get. Yes, so it's very safe and it's very helpful. Now, whoever sit here, actually, all your friends or families who get cancers, now they might be on some therapy now. Okay, you know the good old thing is the chemo, the radiation. Now there's getting immunotherapy, which has been using for like a testing phase. Now they actually putting in action. But actually, Hemohim is immunotherapy, right? So they get to the basic now. So one of the medicine they use in chemo actually is very toxic to the kidney. It's called cisplatin or 5-FU that been using for many years. Obviously, a lot of chemo going on depends what type of cancer we see, but many of them actually does cause a lot of problem you, because that's why people can suffer side effects, and you cannot tolerate. The doctors and monitor your white cells and check your kidney, your liver, all this kind of thing. But Hemohim's been found with 3 special properties. First thing is it fights against cancer directly itself. Okay. Second thing, it boosts up the chemotherapy. It helps your therapy, the medicine, to fight the cancer better. And lastly, it does not affect your organs. So you won't get damage to the kidney and liver, as I said before. So with this free special property, and that's why it works so well. Now, this is one of an official that I was chatting with one of the top guys actually in from Korea for anatomy. It basically works for all type of cancers, right? Obviously, I mean, there's no, you have to go for all the scientific evidences, but according to what they see, basically, because it's you get to the basic, you go to immune system, it works on most of the cancers. Breast cancer and uterus cancer, is it work? Is it good? It does work. Now the concern is that, as a question being raised in Alberta, one of the pharmacists asked me before, because Dongwei Angelica is considered, is it like a plant hormone? Would that cause breast cancer or uterus cancer? With that, I actually went into the studies, go back there, and you look, and you ask, you understand, and here we go. It works. Great. So actually, it actually boosts up the white cells, and actually it was actually safe. So, so actually, Hemohim is quite promising. Yeah, my slide is actually not too long, so which is the end of it. But now I'll explain to you what kind of what I've seen or observed so far of Hemohim. Whatever friend or people around me, I just cite a few examples. Okay. So, all right, continue. Okay. So, so is it all type of cancer is curable? No, it's not curable. Okay, it's a help. Okay, so we have to make it clear. To take supplement, we're here to get healthier. Doesn't mean we are not going to die. We're going to die someday. Yes. So when you get cancer, you have to see, when you're sick, you see a doctor. And it's a medical and then health plan. It's an adjuvant. It's a lot like a helping out the missing part of the medical system. The Oriental medicine has been using 1,000 years is get to the basic, and that's why we want to preserve. But unfortunately, it's so slow, and there's no scientific evidence that we see. In good hands, you can get very quickly result, but because of lack of scientific evidence, it's just getting not being recognized. But now we're going back to do sciences now. With science way to look into it, you see the real thing here. It's all transparent on internet. Okay? So you can see it and you can read it. I mean, maybe it's hard to only read it, but that's what I'm here for, right? To explain to you. But it's true, and it's not faking. I mean, it's not just that we say it works. I've been looking into this company, almost looking at the studies for 6-7 years before I really get into this. We have people coming back who are actually really sick and almost dead in the hospital. And oh, bye, you're back. I'm glad. Great. So they say, okay, I took this doctor, right? Okay, this is the Hemohim. And there are people calling overweight. My wife got a call like a few years back from a couple 2 years back, right? So from China, right? So some friend, who are you, right? So I don't know you, right? So I saw you guys on you and your husband on the internet and say talking about these products. my brother has cancer in the tummy. He was actually was in the army before he got shot. Or the shattered pieces become cancer, which is very common because foreign body become very foreign in the body. His end stage